Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got some Shootmania gameplay here for you. I'll be talking about the game itself, perhaps give some explanations as well as my first impressions, because these two matches that I have in this video were, I think, the first two matches I've actually got to play myself, and I actually did pretty decent considering, so keep that in mind. Just a few things beforehand, this game is still in beta. I just recently got released into the beta stage. It was first of all in the alpha stage, and this, I think a lot of you guys that are watching this video should be aware of this game because of that, because when it was still in alpha stage, they had a tournament, like a proper tournament, cast by one of the people that worked on this game, as well as Total Biscuit himself. And if you didn't know that, then you probably should be aware of this game because of one of the teams that was playing in that tournament and actually got to go to E3 because of it for the finals, which were of course MLC Stealth, Star and Germa. I'm a big fan of those guys, so it's quite nice to finally get to play myself, and I'm actually loving it. And this game looks very simplistic, but this game was created with the competitive scene in mind. Like, they are trying to make this a esport. Now this map I'm playing on right now, with the amount of people that I'm playing on it, is not really a esport type thing. Like, this setting, this server has a setting of 80 people, which is 40 versus 40, and we do win the first round, and as you can see I am one of the top scorers right there. But everybody is the same. This game is completely based around skill, and it's very simplistic. You actually start seeing me trying to reload, but there is no reloading in the game. Like, as you can see right there, that fireball icon at the bottom on the left, you regenerate your ammo. You have 4 shots in total, you use 1 and then you have to regenerate 1. So you have to be very smart with that. As well as you don't have any lives, there's no crits, no headshots. There's only 2 shots, that is your armor count, and you're down if you lose both of your armor points, and then you have to respawn, you basically get killed. So you can take 2 shots in this mode and shoot 4 of them. So you have to play pretty smart. As well as you can see, there's like fireballs flying all over the place, so it is rather insane if you play with these, with these amount of people. But it's a lot of fun. And one of the complaints that I do have right now, but it is beta, so I don't really expect too much of an issue with it when it actually progresses into the beta stages closer to release, is that this game is not as optimized as I want it to be. Like, if you want to see my settings of my computer, of course you can do that on my channel page on the right, and I'm running the lowest settings available right now, and this is in the server with of course almost 80 people, and I found that if that's the case I have about 30 frame rates while recording, and that does put you back quite a bit in games like this. But once again, it's because of the sick amount of people that the server supports, as well as of course the game is not fully optimized yet. So when that gets done and you play on regular servers that are a little bit more into the competitive style of this game, which this game is made for, I think FPS will be no problem at all. And I can't describe the feeling. Like, looking at the game, it looks kind of nice. It looks somewhat simplistic, but this is a game you actually have to experience yourself. So if you are curious to this game and you want to feel it and just want to have some fun, then I do recommend signing up for the beta, and I believe they are giving out the keys relatively quickly right now because the beta phase just has started. And for a beta game, it feels quite good. It already feels like a complete game. Like, it already felt like that in alpha, because otherwise they would not have been able to, host that tournament. So they are definitely putting a lot of effort into this game to make it work, and it's quite nice to see that they are trying to make a competitive game and they build this game with that in mind. You see a lot of games just becoming a competitive game, but they were not made with that in mind, and this game has been made with that in mind, and you can definitely tell. Like, everybody is the same. Like, right there you can see me trying to save a replay, which is the R button, which is because I'm trying to reload. Like, it's so grinded into my behavior on an FPS that I'm a reload junkie, and this game doesn't have any reload. You can play this game with the WASD buttons and just your mouse or your spacebar. That's the only things you need. Everything in this game is based around skill. And one interesting mechanic that is embedded in your character that you control is your jump and your speed. Like, if you can see at the bottom right on the in your UI, you can see that bar going back and forth, like I'm trying to speed up. But at the same time you also jump. Your action button, which is your right mouse button or the space bar, are basically used for two types of things. Like if you just click it once, you jump. If you click it or press it and you hold it down, you speed up. It's your stamina bar, I believe it's called. And you have to be very careful with that, because you can charge into battle, but then you don't have any stamina to dodge. And as you can see, that these jump pads just... This specific map with these amount of people, it's just so much fun. It's chaos, like you can definitely tell there's so much going on, like there's people flying around. I'm trying to make some hits and I do get some very nice hits as well. But at the same time you also have to remember that you have to cap points. And the vast majority, like the main goal of this game in most of the settings, are capping something. You already saw it in a tournament where you have to cap one goal, I believe one hole. But you can see at the high ground here, there's two of them. Or you can kill all the players, but because of the respawn that is in this map, you have to keep those poles on your team and try to cap them as much as you can. And as you can already tell, we are 2% behind right now, and I do get some very nice kills. I'm using the pole to defend myself against incoming fireballs or rockets. Not sure what they actually are, but they do hurt. And they do look quite impressive. I'm trying to be very tactical, trying to help my team out here, trying to cut off the reinforcements on the left, but I can directly tell that if I would have stayed there, I probably would have been bombarded and I would have been dead right now, because I can only take one more hit. So I'm trying to do a lot of spray and pray tactics as well, because at the high ground everybody's trying to get to those poles. And you have 4 shots, so you can, you know, spend 2 of them just for a spray and pray, because you do regenerate them relatively quickly. And also, these air jumps that you can make are fairly nice to just get an overview over the map to see where you can land and possibly make some very nice nukes from above. But you have to watch out, because you are, even though you have some air control, you are not fully able to control yourself completely in the air, so people might be able to use that against you once they get a hold of that. And as you can see right here, trying to fight, trying to help my team, and my team is also helping me at the same time. Like, it feels, this game, I can't describe this game completely with just words. This is a game you truly need to experience. Like, a lot of people have been complaining that it looks a bit off, and I can understand why they would think that, but it feels so good. The gameplay feels amazing. Everything just feels relatively nice. There are so many servers, the connection is stable, and even though you play with so many people with a decent PC, you know, it's not optimized yet, but I still play at 30 FPS, which is decent. I'd rather play with 60 to be sure. It's nice to see a game purely based around skill instead of setup and all kinds of good stuff. So I'll definitely make sure to keep my eye on this game, as well as try to become better at it and bring you more content if so desired. But I do highly recommend to check out this game yourself, get the beta, get the play time you need with it, and just feel how amazing this game is. And I will make sure to catch you guys next time. Take care.